Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Welcome back to the Jerome Strickland channel. We are back out here in nature. I'm back with Night Train on another journey to Truthville. Yes, y'all say hello to Night Train. We are back on another ride to Truthville. I'm out here at the park, enjoying myself, enjoying the beautiful trees. Look at that, the lovely trees. These trees are all about truth. Yes. So I want to sing y'all a song. Back to life, back to reality, back to the here and now, yeah. I know I can't sing. It is what it is. But I wanted to sing that song to y'all by a group called Soul to Soul. A very good R&B group from the 80s and 90s. To me, if you ask me, they're severely underrated. They're one of the best R&B groups that was out there in the 80s and 90s. They had a unique, soulful sound. And if you get a chance, go check out their video. It's an old video called Back to Life. It's a kind of an older video, but it just shows beautiful people, beautiful black people. And there's one cool looking white guy in the video too. Just getting together, having a good time. Just getting together, enjoying themselves. Yes. Yes. So go watch that video. I guarantee it'll raise your frequency. Watching beautiful black people getting together. Ain't no games. Ain't no mind games. Ain't nobody trying to mess with nobody. Just people having a good time. And there's one cool white guy in there. He's about the coolest one in the video, actually. But anyway, I want to talk to y'all today. I'm out at this beautiful park. This is a nice, quiet place to come walk. It's a park. It's surrounded by soccer fields and baseball fields. There's a guy flying his remote-controlled airplane over there. But it's also surrounded by beautiful nature trails. And this is a great place to get by yourself on a weekend and just go walking down a nature trail. So, I'm not gonna hold y'all long today. I wanna talk to y'all about a few things. As usual, I have no real notes except my mental notes. But I wanna talk to y'all today about how to stay human. How to stay human in a world full of change, full of what appears to be turning into non-humans. The machine kingdom. Yes. You know, it's a lot of things. I'm like you. I've been looking around and I've been just trying to come up with an observation, an analogy. But first I want to talk to y'all about being human. Being a sovereign human. There's nothing like it in the universe. Being a sovereign, real human. Not hooked up to no machine. Not linked with no system. Not attached to no matrix. Not attached to no religion. Not attached to no group. Not attached to any type of organization. Only thing you're attached to is yourself and the God within. That's the only thing you're attached to. And just being sovereign, living out your sovereignty. Living and being in a state, in a frequency of love. loving yourself, loving the God that is within you, and finding something that you can do well and that you love to do that contributes to other humans. To me, that's what it means to be human. And so many people have forgotten what being a human really is. Human is vibrating on the frequency of love, which is vibrating on the frequency of God. You can say the universe, all that is good, right, and true, source. Different name, same thing. Did you know you could call the same thing by different names? You'd be crazy if you didn't think you could. Well, anyway, it's a Sunday, and I'm out here. This is the 20th. Tomorrow is the 21st of December. Yes. Gotta look at my shaky camera. And according to a lot of astrologers, a lot of people that study zodiacs and syncretism and things like that, December 21st is supposed to be a big day. Exactly what that day holds, whether anything is going to overlap into this 3D physical reality, or if it's just going to be a mental, spiritual thing. But apparently there's some sort of shift that's supposed to take place. Now, granted, I'm not one of those people. I don't study. I mean, I've looked into it, but I don't study syncretism and zodiac and astrology in depth. I've looked into it and I found the subject very interesting, and I've become a student of it. But so, for the most part, I just listen to other people on what they say about it. And according to these people that study all this stuff, that beautiful field out there, beautiful tree line. But according to these people that study all this stuff, there's supposed to be this great shift taking place on December the 21st. And it's supposed to be a positive shift. We are in the process of shifting to a new frequency, a new age, a new dimension, so to speak. And all the controllers and all the ones that's been keeping everything hid, all the truth hidden, and controlling people, they are in the process of falling. And as you can see, there are desperate attempts to hang on to control. I mean, desperate. You can see the desperation, almost in panic mode. Yes, how there's this rush to, you know what I'm talking about, get the vaccine and all this other stuff, the shot, whatever you want to call it. And I don't know what's in that shot. I don't know what it's about. For all we know, even that could be a psyop. You see, one of the things that what they do is they use psyop operations one after the other. One psyop after operation. When they finish one psyop operation, they got another one right behind it. What is a psyop? For those of you who don't know, I'm sure most of you know what a psyop is. But for those of you that's not sure what a psyop is, it's a psychological operation. And they keep throwing these different psychological scenarios into this reality. They keep throwing all these different psychological scenarios into this 3D matrix. And so they throw a problem at you, a psychological problem. They do a lot of misdirection, a lot of misguiding you, and all of this. And so you become confused, don't know which way to go, don't know who to listen to, don't know who to belong to. This is why I say you must belong to yourself. Go your own direction. Because if you start trying to follow other people, start trying to just get caught up in one person or one group's teachings, you'll find yourself very one-dimensional. And people that are one-dimensional, they seem to shut out everything else that is not in line with their box, that's not in their little belief circle. So, as you can see, the Psyops, the psychological operations, aren't working as well as they used to, because people are starting to pick up on it. People are starting to see what it is. There's a lot of people that are still blind to it, and from what I can see, they're gonna probably always be blind to it, because now if you're blind to it, it's a choice now. Before, you can say, well, they got me, they got me. You can say that. But now it's so obvious and so blatant. If you're blind to it now, you're making that choice. Why would somebody make a choice to be blind? Simply because they don't want to face the truth. Simply because they can't bring themselves to, look at that. They can't bring themselves to face the truth. And because they can't bring themselves to face the truth, they'd rather live in this matrix lie. One psyop after the other. So what does it mean to be human? What it means to be human, I believe, is to be connected to source. It's to be yourself. To not belong to any group, any religion, to not try to be following somebody and not to be followed by anybody, but to be your sovereign self, to do what you love to do what you're good at, and most of all is to be in the love frequency, loving yourself, loving and praising the God, the universe, the all source that is living, that is alive within you, that light, that source, that energy force, that spark that lives within us. Loving that, praising that, being joyful of that, and most of all, hanging on to that. Knowing that is the most precious thing. God within you, the universe that is within you, is the most precious thing that you own. Technically, you don't own anything in this matrix, because they tax everything. They can come get anything. Even your body within this matrix doesn't belong to you. Only thing belong to you is that light, that source, that spirit that is within you. That's the only thing that truly belongs to you. And they trying to take that, your soul. Your soul is the only thing that truly belongs to you. And they want you to give them that too. It's what they've been after all these years. All of these psyop operations, all of this misdirection, all of the programming, all of the religious programming, all of the government nonsense, all the political nonsense, everything has all been directed as taking one thing from you. That's your sovereignty and your soul. And so, they set the plan in motion. The last step. Yeah, see, they meant to do this like 4 years ago. So they putting all the political pieces in place. Hillary's supposed to have got elected 4 years ago. This is how I believe they had it planned. Hillary was supposed to have got elected. Well, she was a puppet. We all know that. She was supposed to have got elected, and then they was gonna set the plan in motion back then. But the surprise was she didn't get elected. Trump got elected. And so that throwed everything back 4 years. But in 2020, You see, soon after Hillary got elected, that's when they would have set their plan in motion. And then by 2020 was the year we were supposed to get the vaccine. But it throwed everything, because she didn't get elected, it throwed everything back 4 years. But in 2020, the beginning of 2020, they just couldn't wait any longer. Even though they didn't have their piece in place, they knew the election was coming up. So at that point, they set the Psyop in motion. Yes. And everything I'm saying is hypothetical, theoretical. I had to put that disclaimer in there. It's hypothetical, theoretical, because everything anybody says, for the most part, is hypothetical and theoretical. And I'm no different. But they wanted to set this plan in motion. So at the beginning of this year, they set the plan in motion because they knew the election was coming up. And they was gonna put that last piece in place. Joe Biden put that last piece in place so they can move forward with their plan. And as you can see it taking shape, taking form, more and more people are choosing cognitive dissonance. They're choosing to believe the lie instead of facing the truth. And so here we are. Here we are. Because you know Joe Biden did not get elected. You know good well that man didn't get elected. For the most part, we all know what it really was. But again, people are choosing. They moved that final piece in place. The puppet master, the king and the queen spider in the middle of the spider web. So, as the reality split, as the mentality splits, you know, it talks about the two paths, the broad and wide, and the straight and narrow. The broad and wide that leads to destruction of your soul, that leads to taking the vax, that leads to the microchip. You see, this is why Bill Gates is in the position that he's in. He was put there. He didn't invent something. Microchip software. If they're gonna have a microchip, they gotta have software for it, right? And see, here they are telling you right in the name what they're doing. Microchip software. They was developing the software way back when. But anyway, my main purpose for this video today is you have to hang on to your soul. You have to remain human. You have to remain sovereign. You have to evolve naturally. They want you to evolve into something else. And I believe, hypothetically, theoretically, if you take that vax and if you get that microchip, you will evolve into something completely unnatural. Yes. And I guess from their point of view, is how they can keep control, because if this great shift is going to take place, they got to hang on to some portion of control. And so their way of hanging on to control is by hooking you up to some kind of nanotechnology and all this other stuff. But they have to get you to agree to it. They have rules in this. There's rules to this stuff. And so they have to get you to agree to it. And I simply do not agree to taking no vaccine. I do not agree to no microchip. If I'm going to evolve, I want to evolve naturally with God, source, the all, the universe, me co-creating, hanging on to my soul and my spirit and my light. That's how that's how I plan to evolve. That's how I believe I want to evolve. And I believe that these ones that are keeping everybody mesmerized and distracted, hypnotized into this matrix, they're losing their grip on control. And what does someone do? They fall into when they're losing their grip on control, they fall into desperation. And they start doing desperate acts. You can tell when somebody's doing a desperate act. You can tell when somebody's in hurry up mode. You can tell when there's a sense of urgency going on. And they created what I believe is a fake health crisis. You know, they did some dry runs with this a few years ago. They created this fake health crisis for the sole purpose of bringing about the agenda. But the plan is to hang on to your humanity and evolve as a human and get back to source, get back to God, the universe. This is why I sung that song in the beginning of the video, back to life, back to reality, back to your humanity, getting back to that. You see, they have slowly lulled you away from your humanity by entertainment, by all these psychological operations, by keeping you in emotion, you know, even the walk-ins. You know, they walk in, what they call walk-ins is these entities coming to your consciousness. They get you in a low frequency and they take over your consciousness, and you think it's you, but it's really them. You think it's you thinking that way you thinking and believing the way you're believing, but it's really them. And so they see someone who is still human, who they can't walk into. This is why they give them a hard time. This is why they play them little mind games with you. Because real humans don't play mind games. Real humans don't try to get other people, other entities into a low vibration. If anything, real humans want to raise the frequency and the vibration of themselves and raise the frequency and vibration of others. To me, that's what a real human is. A real human that has a soul is all about love and unity and coming together and loving themselves and loving each other, and both of y'all loving and praising the God that is within you. To me, that's what it means to be human. And they are lining up just like pieces on a chessboard, lining up different people, different, even, you know, using the military against its own citizens. It makes me think maybe that's what the whole military was even started for. All of these governments and all of these countries are coming together to achieve this agenda of another, to trying to go down a certain timeline. I believe there are future beings that their existence hinges on us going down a certain timeline. If we don't go down that timeline, they will cease to exist. And so this is what I think when you see they keep coming back in time, which all is, there is no time. There's only shifts in reality. In order to shift the reality down a direction that they want to go, they have to implement certain things. But then there's another timeline where people, you see, when you evolve unnaturally into a machine, you evolve into their direction and away from God, away from the universe, away from all that is good, right, and true that is within you. You'll evolve. You'll evolve, but you won't evolve naturally. You'll evolve away from God, not to God. But when you evolve naturally, when you connect to source and you protect that flame, that spiritual flame that is within you, and you evolve naturally, you will actually get back home. Get back, because some of us feel like this is not our home. We feel like we're away from our home. We feel out of place. And as time goes on, the more out of place you feel. Because as these people, And I just got one. It's like everybody is still wearing a mask, still talking about it like it's real, even though they know deep down inside what this really is. And they keep trying to convince you. They keep trying to convince you that there's something going on. Yeah, there's something going on, all right. And it ain't what you telling me it is. It's not what they telling me it is. I don't want to open a dialogue with them because don't do that. Just keep your focus on God. Keep your focus on the source that is within you. This is for the light beings. And you must understand, it is who you are on the inside. Your kindness, your love, your joy, your peace, your connection to source, your sovereignty. Being in control of yourself. Not having somebody watching you. Not having somebody just over you, controlling you. See, deep down inside, true light beings have a hard time working on a job. True light beings have a hard time being told what to do. True light beings have a hard time just conforming to every little thing that they told. But when you got some people, they don't have no problem with it. You say, okay, go over here. All right, we over here. All right, put this mask on. Okay, put my mask on. Got my mask on. All right, take this vaccine. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, take it. You can see some guys like, yeah, we're going to go down here. Yeah, when I get off work, I'm going to go down here and get the bags, go ahead and get it out the way. I'll go ahead and take the kids with me, get them out the way too. So we can go ahead and get this, we can get our papers and everything, so everything get back to normal. That's how you hear people talking. Go ahead and get the kids back too, go ahead and, just go ahead and do it. So, at this point, here's the good news. At this point, nothing can go against your will. Your will is stronger than any mandate because you got God within you. And that is more, he who is in you is greater than he who is in the world. He who is in you is greater than he who was in the matrix. The matrix, they can pass all the laws and mandates they want. But when that spirit inside of you, when the God inside of you stands up, and it's something in them that cowers down. When God stands up, they sit down. So allow the God within you to stand up. Yes. Wow, sometimes I see things that just, I don't say it don't creep me out, but it draws my attention. Look at this right here. Look at this. That is amazing. Look at that. When I see things like that, I wonder, does that lead to another dimension sometime? If you just rabbit down like Alice down a rabbit hole where she was chasing this rabbit and he ran down the hole and she fell in the hole too and ended up in a whole nother dimension. But I want to tell you this. Because of the spirit, the truth, the love, your connection to source, God, the universe, all that is good, right, and true that is within you, no one can force you to do anything. So what about the prophecy that says, no man may buy nor sell unless he had a mark? Yeah, it says no man may buy nor sell. It didn't say no man may eat or survive. You see, God within you will tell you and show you what to do. You don't sit around and wait on God to come help you. God will co-create with God, him showing you what to do within your psyche, within your spirit. You've had something just wake you up and say, go do this within your spirit. That's God. You'll hear somebody just wake you up and show you the truth, and then you just wake up to the truth. That's God within you. You got some people will listen to that voice, and some people will ignore that voice. And there's a lot of people right now ignoring the voice of God, but they're giving voice, but they're giving the matrix, the people in the mainstream more attention than they're giving God. So when you co-create with God, God will show you what to do. No man may buy nor sell unless he have the mark. Yeah, within this matrix, no man may buy nor sell. It didn't say you will not eat or survive, because God, the universe, the all that is good, right, and true within you, will show you where to go and what to do when the time is right. Yes, love the God within you. Praise the God within you. Believe that everything that you are guided and protected. You must believe that you are guided and protected. You must know, not only believe, but know that you are guided and protected. Don't think you're guided and protected. Don't hope that you're guided and protected. But know that you're guided and protected. Know it beyond a shadow of a doubt that you are guided and protected by the God that is within your higher self, your source self. All of that is one. And God is just experiencing all of this through you. That's the light within you. That's the light behind your eyes. And when I walk around the store and I have my dark shades on, just like they do in the Matrix. And I believe there was a reason why that movie, The Matrix, why Morpheus, Neo, and Trinity will always put dark shades on when they went into the Matrix. You never noticed that? Go watch the movie. Every time they would go into the Matrix, they wear these dark shades. Also in the movie They Live, he wore these dark shades all the time. When he put the dark shades on is when he saw the truth. When he stopped looking, dark shade represent when you stop looking outward and start looking inward for truth. Stop looking to the Matrix. Stop looking to CNN, Fox News, the mainstream, the government, the president, and all these other stuff for the truth. They're just giving you one psyop after the other. But yet we look to them for truth and we just believe them. The word lie is right in the middle of the word belief, if you believe them. But when you know, when you turn within and look to the God within you, the source within your higher self and your source self, you just know. You just know. Would you rather know than just try to believe? You have to make an effort to believe, because some of the stuff is so unbelievable, you almost have to make an effort to try to keep believing it. And see, some of the stuff is so unbelievable, so obvious, that you have the people having to try to tell lies to themselves just to make themselves believe it. Anyway, I got some people coming this way. Some guy walking his dog over. I see him. Y'all don't see him on camera, but I see him in the distance. That's one thing on the nature trail. You go and encounter people. I started to bring my dogs out here. My dogs are too wild to take walking. They'll be all over the place. And they're not violent or aggressive or anything like that. They just hyper, you know. But ironically, they give me energy. They're a little frustrating sometimes. I got one dog, she's so strong, she breaks all of her leashes. I just actually came from the store and bought her a leash. But anyway, back to the subject. Is mainly hanging on to your humanity. Yes, hang on to that. You make it, the choice is yours, not theirs. Nobody can make you do anything. Like I heard in the song say, hey, this ain't voodoo. Only way they can make you do it is they frighten you into doing it. Make you think they got some kind of authority over you. And then they, you know, and these walk-ins and these low frequency beings, they try to play these little mind games with you. They can play all the mind games that they want. You just gotta know that's all it is, just a mind game. Love yourself. You love yourself, and you know you connect to the source, and you know. A mind game don't mean nothing. Mind games mean absolutely nothing, except because this matrix is basically, I'm gonna let y'all in on a little secret, one of my little secrets. This matrix is nothing but an energy extraction machine to extract negative energy out of you, to feed the negative energy entities that want to feed off negative energy. They put light beings in this matrix and they throw different mind game, psychopathic strategies, scenarios at them to try to get them in a low frequency. They try to make you feel isolated. They might try to make you feel alone. Even if you're a man or a woman, the opposite sex don't even seem like they want anything to do with you. It's not that anything's wrong with you. It's just everything is right with you. Sometimes if the opposite sex is just not chasing after you and all of this other stuff, that means that person's not for you. And it doesn't mean anything's wrong with you. That means everything is right with you. Yes. Look at that beautiful stream. Listen to this. Listen to this. Listen, listen, listen. Wow. Look at that beautiful stream. Oh man, you can come out here and just sit all day. I love these trees. I can literally feel them pulsating, vibrating. And you can only feel this is when you're at a high frequency, in a certain frequency level. If you're not at a certain frequency, and my frequency's not that high today, as it is sometimes. And I mean, it's high. I keep it up because I have chosen a different path as far as what I eat. I've chosen a different path on what I look at and what I think about. And I know that it's a mind game, this energy extraction matrix that's designed to extract negative energy out of you, make you feel lonely, make you feel, isolated, make you angry, make you frustrated. All of these things. But when you turn inward and focus on yourself, this energy extraction matrix has no effect over you. The only time it has effect over you is if you are invested emotionally into the matrix. If you are invested emotionally into this matrix, then it will have a emotional effect on you. If you're not invested emotionally into this matrix, it will not have an effect on you. And it will try though. It will try. But my main gist of my video today is hang on to your humanity. Hang on to God, source, the universe that is within you. Evolve naturally. You don't need help from anything, any government, any machine, any vaccine, you don't need help from anything. If you evolve naturally by eating good foods, keeping your frequency and vibration high, focusing on the things that keep your energy, your vibration, and your frequency high, you will just evolve. And the more you evolve, the closer you get back to source. And you can, in this whole new, what they say is this whole new era, this whole new age that's supposed to be coming in. And to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't know if it's something physically going to happen, if it's just something mentally, something spiritually, all three or none. It might be just a regular day. I don't know. Either way, you focus on what you want to do. You focus on raising your own frequency. You focus on God, the source, universe, all that is within you. You focus on that. And so, yes, if you focus on raising your frequency, focus on yourself, focus on the love in your heart, and love yourself regardless of how anybody treats you, how anybody looks at you, whether you feel isolated. They try to make you feel isolated and lonely. People act like they're trying to get away from you half the time. It don't matter. If you love yourself and you know. See, that's what they say this new age is going to bring, a knowing. And you know that God is within you. And you know that you are loved, protected, and guided. What else is there? And you're not emotionally attached, but you're emotionally detached from this matrix. You're not emotionally attached to this matrix. You are detached. You do that, you're going to be fine. You're going to be in the process of evolving naturally. Say, I am in the process of naturally evolving back to God, the universe, the all. Just you constantly in that process. And if you sidetrack that process, it's to allow the matrix and the authorities within this matrix to sidetrack you. I'm not gonna hold y'all much longer. I don't know how much time I got left on this video, but I just want to remember that. I want y'all to understand this. Hold on to your humanity. Hold on to your soul and your spirit. Evolve. Make up in your mind that I'm going to evolve. You're already evolving. You're about to go into the next stage of evolution, of natural evolution, not artificial evolution, where they hook you up and link you up to nanotechnology and machines and make you this. I don't know what it is. Even a vaccine, it could be a placebo. It could be just, you know, it might even be some sort of, you know, like like water or something. It might not even be real, but because you think it's real, if you take it, your mind is gonna create something. Just like the people that think this health crisis is real. It could be totally unreal, but because they think it's real, their mind created it, and so they mess around and get sick. So why would they do that? Because it's a psyop. Everything, you got to understand, when you within this matrix, one of the things of waking up in this matrix, you realize that everything that come down the pipe, I won't say everything, but I would say 98 to 99% of the things that come down the pipe is a psyop from the matrix. Yes. And once you wake up, you realize this. And I think the end game is to link you up, get that microchip under your skin or whatever, you know, but love yourself, love God, love your fellow light beings out there. You know, we might not agree on everything. We might not even like to do the same thing, but I love the light in another light being. When I see a light in another light being, the light in me jumps for joy. Even if we far apart, even if we not talking to one another, that frequency and vibration connects to my frequency and vibration, and we don't have to say a word. It's just there. Same thing when I see somebody that's not within my frequency and vibration, and I'm not in their frequency and vibration, we don't have to say a word. It's just there. There's a friction there. There's an unspoken, unseen friction there. And so the branches are splitting off. The straight and the narrow, and the broad, the wide and the broad. Look at these people wearing these masks, going down the wide and the broad road, while the spiritual people are going down the straight and narrow. Yes. And it's few there be that find it. So whatever the crowd's doing, I found out whatever everybody else is doing. I found out what the mainstream is doing. Then I go the other way. I don't follow the mainstream or the crowd or what everybody's doing. I don't do that. I follow myself. I follow the God within, and I keep my frequency and vibration high. I try to think right, and I love myself, and I love and praise God, the universe, the all that lives within me. And I know because of this, I am guided and protected. Yes. So I want to thank everybody for coming back to my video. I hope y'all like and subscribe. Please like and subscribe, because my videos don't go high on the algorithm. I don't have many subscribers. You know, I thought about this the other day. If any of y'all remember that movie, I'm going to leave y'all with a little kind of a comedic scene. Remember that movie, I can't remember the name of it now. Harlem Nights, yeah. Remember that movie, The Harlem Nights? One of the funniest scenes in that movie, y'all remember where it was Arsenio Hall's character was after Eddie Murphy's character, and he was shooting at him with the machine gun, you know, and he was mad, and he was just shooting at Eddie Murphy's character. And then right beside him was a little guy with a little pea shoot, a little pistol. I'm that little guy, you know, because there's a lot of people with huge YouTube channels out there with hundreds of thousands of followers, 100,000 subscribers or whatever. And I'm that guy with the little pea shooter. So all of these big YouTubers out there, shooting truth, and here I am with my little YouTube channel, pow, pew, 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 pew. That's me. So, but I'm a part of it. I'm a part of bringing truth, whether I'm big or small or somewhere in the middle. I still love doing this. If I got 1 subscriber or 1 million subscribers, I do this for the love of it. I love the people that come to my channel. I love the people that resonate with these words. I'm not trying to find somebody to follow me, and I'm not trying to be, you know, I'm just speaking my truth. And that's all any of us can do. Love yourself, speak your truth. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Don't even worry about if other people think you're right or wrong. You speak your truth. And they just leave it at that and let the chips fall where they may. Yes. As long as you got love in your heart and you right intention, if we all evolve. I know I'm evolving. I haven't arrived yet. I'm evolving. What I was two or 3 years ago, I'm not that now. And what I'll be 2 or 3 years from now, I'll be something else. Hopefully, I will have evolved in a good direction. But that's what it is. I'm gonna leave y'all with that. So I love all the subscribers. I love all the people that come here, and I don't have no problem if you a bot, if you are a Agent Smith or a hater, whatever. Then you do what you do. You have your place in this. So it is what it is. I keep it moving. I love myself. I believe myself, and yeah. So I'll see y'all next time. And y'all take care. God bless.